It just feels gross to even think about. At the risk of giving it what minor publicity I can, because, you know, my channel's not big. I've got a crappy little YouTube channel. About 4 of you are going to watch this. That's fine. But at the risk of this getting any more publicity, I'm going to talk about Cuties. The Netflix mandated child pornography. And I know that seems... I know that saying that seems like, oh, Brett, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I don't think so. Let me make some things really clear real quick. Children are precious. Children are our future. It's up to us to educate them, instill moral values in them, protect them. I don't know how many of you grew up in a bad situation or a household where you weren't protected from predatory things. But me personally, I don't really like that shit happens. I know it happens. But it's up to us as normal, capable, intellectual, morally correct adults to see shit like this and be like, that's not okay. And it's not. It's not. It's not okay. I know that there's a lot of contrarians out there, pedophiles, that are going to be like, oh no, this film is about this, and it's showing this, and it's bringing light to this. No, it's not. It's softcore child porn. Now, I don't want to watch the movie personally. I haven't watched the movie. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. I'm literally watching videos of people talking about it, and I've heard a lot of fucked up things, and I've seen a few clips that make me uncomfortable. There is and I don't know if this is bait for the pedos, or if this is to get publicity, or if this is something that's actually in the film. But if it's literally something that you recorded and put on Netflix, I'm gonna view it as a problem. But I've read an article that said that there is a scene where one of these children, because they're children, they're fucking children. There's a scene where one of them shows their bare chest. I don't know about you, but that sounds like child porn to me. Bare chest. I'm still a grown-ass man who views nipples as nudity. And, you know, I'm not one of these loser, liberal pieces of shit that's like, free the titty! No, cover yourself up. Have some respect for your body. People look at you and objectify you. Cover yourself up. Not like to the extent that Islam does. Fuck them too, but... Anywho, if there's a scene in this movie where a girl shows her bare chest, these are children. That's child porn in my opinion. That's how I view it. But the real gist of why I want to talk about this real quick, we have had a lot of shit going on ever since little old Epstein disappeared. I don't think he's dead. I really don't think he's dead. But we've had a lot of shit coming out about elite pedophilia. We've had a lot of shit come out about the things that are going on in this world. There is a lot of monstrous people out there that want nothing more than to be predatory towards children. And I really want to emphasize this: predatory towards children. Like, I know that different countries and different places have rules. Like, I live in Alabama. Alabama has a law which is to protect younger individuals. I'll explain all this. Give me a minute to get through the whole fucking thought. In Alabama, the age of consent is 16. Now, that sounds horrible, but let me be very clear. The age of consent at 16 is there to protect, let's say, high school sweethearts. You've got a boyfriend. He hits 18 first. You're 16 to 17. You know, y'all are still dating. You've been sexually active. That's what that law is there for. That law is not to protect. Like, I got into an argument with a coworker one time who I completely stopped talking to. But he's like, oh, yeah, that'll protect me. You're 30. You're 30. You're 10 years older than her. That's what that law is there for. And I understand that in different places and in different countries and different areas, even in different states, the age of consent is different. I get that. But let me be very, very clear. Very, very clear. I understand a dude, because it happened to me back when I was 20. It happened to me back when I was 20. I was talking to a chick. I found out she was 16. I stopped talking to her. It happens. It fucking happens. People develop at different rates. Some people look like women now that they aren't actually women yet. They're 16, 17. I can understand if you're a young man, a young adult, who is tricked by a person who is becoming a young adult. I get that. I'm not saying it's okay, but I understand that the trickery happens, okay? You also have a lot of young girls that in their own way can be predatory and seek out that attention and lure dudes in. I get that. It's not okay. I'm saying I get that. But there is a blindingly large difference between, you know, being in a mall and seeing a 17-year-old going, oh, she's cute. I don't know how old she is, but she's cute. There's a difference between that and seeing this shit with, what, 11-year-old girls that aren't even developed, that aren't even becoming young adults. They're still children. Huge difference in that shit. And I don't think it's okay. I'm not saying, oh yeah, Brett's endorsing going out and fucking 16 and 17-year-olds. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying I can understand if you're tricked, because it happened to me when I was 20. Happened to me. Yeah, I'm hanging out with this girl. We kiss a little bit. Her brother comes in. Hey, bro, she's 16. Oh, fuck, I'm getting out of here. It happens. But these are kids, man. These are little girls. These are children. And you have all these contrarians that are secretly pedophiles and maps, death to all maps. If you're a minor attracted person, fuck you, you're sick, you're gross. But you have all these people like, oh no, you're missing the message. No, I'm getting the message loud and clear, and this is the message. If you get nothing else out of this stupid short little video, I want you to get this out of this fucking video. Pay the fuck attention to what I'm about to say. The message is very, very clear. The message is we are trying to push pedophilia out there as a reasonable thing, as a sexual orientation, as something that should be normalized. We are trying slowly to push it out there. We are slowly turning the heat up on the stovetop while the water is boiling and the frog sits in the water. We're slowly trying to boil you to death. And this is step one of pushing out the normalization of pedophilia, sexualizing children. This is step one. A lot of people are like, it's not even that bad. If you view this as not even that bad, where is the line drawn? Where is it? Where is the line drawn? It starts off with kids twerking. How much further does it go before we have new laws enacted? How much further does it go before we have new artsy-fartsy films that have sex scenes with underage individuals? How fucking far are you willing to go before you realize what they're doing? They're trying to normalize this shit. And I, for one, don't agree with it. I don't. Because you have this video, this movie, this film, and it is literally nothing more than a small step towards what they want, and that is to normalize this kind of behavior. That is their end goal, you know. They know that the public has become very aware of what they're doing. Sorry. I'm talking about this movie that exploits children, and I felt like I had to throw up in my mouth a little bit, so I wanted to take a sip of tea. They have this movie that sexualizes and exploits children, and it's being, you know, hidden under the guise of, oh, well, it's an inspirational film about a child finding her feminine. No, it's not. Okay, I've seen the clip with the little girls on the stage thrusting their butts in the air. Somebody's beating off to that. Somebody is. This is the kind of shit that you find on a dude's hard drive and they go to jail. But it's okay because it's on Netflix? Man, fuck Netflix. We got Disney Plus, we got Hulu, we got all these other things. We don't need Netflix anymore. Netflix can go the fuck away. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, again, a lot of people out there want to be contrarian. This isn't even that bad. This is tame. And yeah, I get it. It's tame. Compared to some of the shit that I've looked at on Pornhub, this is tame as fuck. Alright, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm into BDSM. I'm into the rough sex. This is tame. But how much longer until it's not tame? How much longer until someone else tries to push the envelope more so with this type of content? You have to put your foot down somewhere. You have to take a stand somewhere. You have to be like, this is not okay. And it's not okay. They're kids. Kids should not be twerking their butts in the air. Kids should be playing video games, playing ball, softball, basketball. Kids should be investing in art. Kids should be reading. Kids should be out riding their bicycles. Kids should be spending time with their friends, not being sexualized and exploited for dirty, old, fucking, nasty men. been around kids my entire life. My mother teaches. You know, I've been to her school many a times. You know, I'd have to go and grab her lunch. I'd hang out over there. They actually have an entertainment area. Like, she teaches younger children, but they have an entertainment area for like the school-ager kids that come in after school and things like that. I remember sitting there playing on the PlayStation 2s that they had hooked up. Now they have Wii's. Oh, they've got Wii's. I've had so many memories, you know, seeing some of these kids grow up, and I've had nieces and nephews. My new girlfriend has nieces and nephews. You know, I've always been around children, and I view them as something to be protected, because without them, our future doesn't exist. And I can't, for the life of me, understand what goes through the mind of an individual that views a child and thinks, I want to use that for my own sexual gratification. Because I'm a grown-ass man. And I don't want to sit here and like brag about my sex life, but I've been active. And it's always been, you know, adults. It's always been, you know, very consensual. There is no consenting when you're a child. There isn't. Okay, your brain is completely different. You are, you know, like these girls haven't even. I don't even know if they've gone through fucking puberty. I don't know. I think they're 11. I think puberty hits. I know it hits differently, but I think it hits anywhere from 8 to 13. I think. I don't know. I'm a dude. I've never had to bleed. But, like, I can't view anybody positively that, like, looks at a kid and goes, yeah, that's sexy. That ain't right. That's fucked up. That's messed up. I don't understand it. I don't comprehend it. Like, and again, it is tame compared to some of the stuff that I've seen on the internet. Some of the stuff I accidentally seen on the internet. But it's just horrible. And you have so many things happening right now politically wise. Like, let's be real clear. If you haven't been looking into it, you need to. Because there's a lot of shit going on right now with human trafficking, and there's a lot of shit right now going on with child trafficking. Kids don't just disappear, and kids shouldn't be used for that. Hashtag save our children. Hashtag fuck Netflix. This is gross. Make me come on here and talk about this bullshit. Where were the parents? They're to blame too. Every single adult was responsible for this. You've got the parents, you've got the writers, you've got the filmmakers, you've got the dude that would bring the little girls a glass of water between shoots. Every single adult was like, I don't see anything wrong with this. Do you know why? You've heard about all the shit that goes on in Hollywood. You've heard about the sex scandals. You've heard about the predation. You've heard about everything. It's because they're in power. They have their eyes wide shut parties. And this is another example of them trying to normalize it. My last video, I revealed that I was, more conservative and I voted for Trump and all that. I'll reveal another thing right now. I'm part of the LGBT community. A lot of you probably don't know this, but I'm pansexual. Some of you know it. Some of you who have become close friends know that I am attracted to trans individuals, and if I'm going to go for a man, you know, it's a rare thing, you know, it's 80-20, but I'm attracted to that shit. I'm part of the LGBT, and I know that there are people out there that want to normalize pedophilia as part of the LGBT. Well, let me just tell you, this Trump-voting, gun-loving, abortion-hating, pansexual beast of a man will never say yes to normalizing pedophilia as part of the LGBT. You're not a sexual orientation. You're a fucking monster, and I will kill you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Death to all pedophiles.